I'm not sure what kind of skills I'm going to need in 5 years. Is that part of that determination process you talked about? You have to set down in the first place.
Yeah, it is very difficult to forecast in 5 or 10 years from now. I'm sure there'll be whole new job categories created in the next 5 or 10 years that we can't even foresee. But the people who thrive over time are those that don't get trapped into seeing learning as a phase of life rather than a way of life. That those people who are constantly rejuvenating, growing, developing new technical skills, but also having an ever-growing kind of sense of awareness of themselves, what's important to them, where they're moving to, staying in touch with the technical side and the perhaps some of the more inner, might even define as spiritual side of their growth and development, are those people that are often less shocked by change. Alvin Toffler years ago wrote the book Future Shock, and how many people get shocked by change. And I remember seeing someone interviewed a while back who had been laid off of a job in a factory, and he said, you know, 4 years ago when they brought in this new equipment and this new automated system, we could see the writing on the wall. And I wanted to ask him, if I were there, well, what were you doing about it? What were you? How were you building your skills? And yet it came as an absolute shock to him that he would lose his job. And you really kind of think, well, what have you been doing for 4 years? Right? You had 4 years to get ready, and now suddenly it's a shock. And so an awful lot of people live in a kind of a blissful ignorance of the changes that are going on all around them and all around their career or their specialty area, all around their organization, until one day, boom, the big one hits. It's kind of like, the analogy is I think, like health, fitness, and nutrition, that if we don't take care of ourselves, look after ourselves, suddenly the big one can hit, and that brings about some big change sometimes. But it's how do we change those habits on a day-to-day basis and build good, strong habits of growth and development and skill building and so on.